Hi, everybody. My name's Shamash. I'm author of Mindfulness for Dummies, and today I'm going to be sharing with you why I quit my full time job as a school teacher to be a mindfulness teacher. And it's a bit of a funny story, actually. I'm not sure if I've ever shared it before. Hang on a minute. So, the way it goes is that I wasn't actually thinking of being a full time mindfulness teacher or meditation teacher. I didn't think it was impossible, to be honest. So, I was teaching away, teaching in a school, and I was teaching 4 days a week. So I'd managed to transition from 5 days to 4 days a week because I knew I wanted to do something different. I'd tried doing a bit of the whole life coaching thing, but it didn't feel right. And actually, it was when I was doing a little bit of life coaching, there was a visualization where you do this dream and you visualize yourself going up into the clouds and you come back into your ideal life. And my ideal life, I was actually the back of my home was in the countryside. The front of my house was in the city, and I was actually teaching people meditation in my home. And so I thought, oh wow, that's interesting. Sounds like that's what I really want to do. And then I started doing it for free. So I was just inviting people to my home and teaching them mindfulness. And what happened is that people were not always turning up, so it wasn't very reliable, and they weren't really engaging as much as I would have liked. And someone suggested that I should charge some money for it, which felt very uncomfortable, but I tried it. And when they did, people paid for it and they really loved it. And if they didn't come, they apologized. So people were much more engaged when they made a commitment financially. So I thought, oh, wow, maybe I could actually do this as a job. So things started to kind of expand and grow a bit more. And I ended up writing this book that was going to come out in September of 2010, Mindfulness for Dummies. Amazingly, now it's in its third edition. So you can check out, it just came out a couple of months ago. Anyway, I had this very kind of great stable job as a school teacher. I'd been doing it for 10 years. I had a good salary there. It was a very comfortable job, very easy. And as a school teacher, you get loads of holidays as well. So you had long summer holidays, and you work for 6-7 weeks, and then you get a week off. You work for 6-7 weeks, and then you get a few more weeks off. So I was really used to that. And to go from that to quit that, in fact, the school I was teaching at, I don't think anyone had ever quit before. So everyone's very comfortable there. And so it was a hard decision, but I knew that it didn't feel right for me to continue being a school teacher. And so I actually typed out the resignation letter. So I typed it all out. I printed it, put it in my suit jacket, put it in an envelope, and it was just in my pocket for maybe 1 month. And every day I used to go to work and I had this resignation letter, but I never gave it in. And then there was the very last day in which I could resign. And they'd made that day into a special day where people, where you kind of get a different type of coaching and stuff. So it was like a training day for school teachers. And so I had this training day, and it was all about visualizing where you are now and where you want to be and how to take the steps to get there. And so I thought, yeah, really, this is the very last day in which I can do this. And I'm going to go from having a full-time salary, and I had a mortgage to pay as well, and other expenses, obviously. I had to go from this stable job where everything's going fine, in a sense, in the outer world, to being in a situation where, that my finances would be much more challenged. And on that very last day, I took the envelope and just put it on the head teacher's desk, and I thought, okay, let's go for it. And that turns out, although that was the day where I thought, oh my God, is that a good decision or not? And I was very scared on that day. I don't know if you've ever had a job where it's really stable when you've been doing it for quite a few years, and then there's something that tells you that, oh no, this is not the right thing for me to do. But it's very comfortable there. And this other place where it's really potentially exciting, it could work, or maybe it could not work. So it's a bit like you're on the edge of a cliff and then there's another thing there, and you're just taking a bit of a leap and you're just hoping it's going to work, and you're not sure if it's going to work or not. It was like that. But when I look back, that ends up being the best decision that I made. In a way, I didn't even make the decision because of the urge and the desire for something different to happen was so great. even if it didn't work out, I probably would have made that decision. So I'll be curious to know, maybe leave in the comments below if you've ever had that experience where you're in one situation, one job, it's really cozy, very comfortable, very safe. And on paper, that's like the perfect thing to carry on doing. And then there's another situation which is much more uncomfortable, much more risky. I think there was only like literally a handful of mindfulness teachers in London, maybe one or two full time, if any. So it wasn't a normal thing to do. And I had no idea if it would work out, but I knew that this place, although it was safe and comfortable, it wasn't the right thing for me. And I was hoping that this may be the new thing. I didn't know where I was going in a way. But as I say, ends up being the best decision that I made. And because of what happened is that although the first year, probably my income dropped 10x, so it became 10 times less. But then the next year it kind of increased, and then it became, eventually after a few years, it became back to what it was before. But it wasn't really important, to be honest. As long as I could survive and eat, I was happy, because if I had the freedom to be able to do what I wanted to do rather than being forced to do something. The teaching was fine, but it was like all the other administration side, all the reports you have to do, and the grading systems, and too many parents' meetings. So all those things were not so fun. And so being able to transition from one thing to the other, it was an amazing thing to do, and I feel really grateful. And interestingly, that was the decision I made in 2010. I think it was a decision I made 2 months ago and 10 years ago. So 10 years and 2 months has passed, so quite a long time ago, but still I think of it as a significant moment and decision. So I'd love to know when you've made those kind of significant decisions or choices, and if you struggled as much as I did, and what happened when you did that. Now, when I look back at it and reflect, as I say, I don't think our decisions are quite as much in our control as we think they are. So everything unfolds kind of quite naturally. So just like, we naturally breathe, and the waves come and go, and the sky, the sun rises and the sun sets. In the same way, I think our decisions are a bit like that too. So rather than us thinking that it's our ego that did it, the decisions or the choices, they kind of come to us, and who knows how it comes to us, but it comes to us, and it's just inevitable that we are going to make those choices. And when you think of decisions and choices in that way, it's not so heavy, like, am I making the right decision or the wrong decision? Is that coming to you or coming to you? So that's the insight more recently. So yeah, love to hear if you've had any of those experiences. Let's see if I can see any in the comments. Oh, hi, actually. How do you make so much sense so early in the morning? That's funny. Hi, Sophia. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a morning person. I get everything done in the morning, and then I don't make any sense for the rest of the day. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, that's it from me. If you'd like to kind of get our weekly newsletter, check out shemashaldina.com. That's me messing about with the screen again. And I'll send an email every week where you get a free video, a free guided meditation, free stuff. And keep in touch. So thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.